Well, we first went up, we first met up about 3 weeks beforehand, and we kind of looked around and said how we could do it up, because obviously it was tough to kind of turn from a restaurant into kind of that kind of party scene, or a kind of scene where you could have a talk.
I suppose a lot of the props and that we would have put our own money into in the beginning, and we have them left over from the first and second event anyway. Got in straight away after service ended, got all the lights up and all the production done and everything, and then got in, had the party and cleared it all out, and the place was ready to open again clean in the morning for service. The light board was something we got from Evan's mum's shop, rather. She owns a clothes shop, and it's just kind of like a fashion light board, and we screwed in bulbs to make a P representing Pasiun, I suppose.
To do it within this time frame that we actually did it was in the space of about 2 hours. The service actually stopped. We initially were meant to be in there at about 7 o'clock, but their kitchen didn't stop until 6, so we were actually a little bit behind that, so we were rushing to actually get everything done. And myself and the 2 lads also had to get ready and get changed for everywhere else, so we actually had to rush it in 2 hours. So to do what we kind of did in 2 hours, we were quite impressed with ourselves. I worked with Tom Taff actually building my music studio, and he came out to visit the house maybe 2 months after that, and we were just having a chat, and I started telling him what we were doing, what Pasiun was all about, and he was touched by that, and he was like, is there any way I could help? And me, knowing that he was a wood sculptor, asked him would he be willing to do a piece for the night that we could auction off. Straight away he was passionate about it, he was excited about it, and he agreed to do a piece for the night, which he did, and we auctioned off.
Thanks a million to Nate, because he really didn't require any help or anything setting up.
It was a professional job. He just came in, set up his own, brought his own gear, made everything easier for us. We didn't even have to help him with the setup. All he had to do was just come in, play the songs, and he had no complaints whatsoever, and he left it out, and he said to me it was a great night, and he should be proud of ourselves, and he should be proud of himself.
Massive shout out to Dobros. Thank you very much again for the 3rd time providing free food for everyone that came to the Pasiun event. As usual, all of the pizza was snapped up within about 2 seconds, and they actually had to come up with a second helping. The lads dropped up personally, so thank you very much. So people started arriving around 9 o'clock. We had doors open from 9 to 10. We closed the doors at 10 so as not to disturb the talk. We were delighted to see such a wide variety of age groups and people from all walks of life and everything come to the event, and it was really kind of heartwarming to see that and to finally have that, on our 3rd event for things to kind of click. And it really seems like now the community is starting to build with types of people that really do want to come together and talk and help,
Jim Hickey was an obvious choice for an event, especially when the values of Pasiun as an organisation is passion and gratitude. So I met Jim probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I actually did a coaching session myself with him, and the buzz and the energy and the passion that I felt after that was incredible. So Jim and my father happened to be best friends. So I started chatting to Jim, and he was amazed that we were doing this. He himself saw that there was a need in Galway for it. And again, he put himself forward, said, how can I help? So I told him what we were doing. I said, look, would you come and do a talk for us? And at first I was kind of conscious that maybe people in Galway might be a bit cynical of that positivity, but to see how much everybody got into it and how everyone opened up, it was the turning point of the night. It really brought it to the next level, and it just, created the roadway for just that vibe that we're trying to create of openness, self-expression, creativity, and it was amazing.
The night rounded up brilliantly. The tone being set by the talk and the address from Cosson, and just the fact of what everyone knew they were there in support of, and the music and the food and the art and everything. And I think that all really just contributed to making everyone feel like they could loosen up.
Jim brought an energy into the room that we never had before. I mean, our first 2 events were great, but I think for this event in particular, he created an environment where people could open up and have an honest conversation.
There was almost no lull between when we kind of finished up the talks and people starting to dance straight away, and there were people dancing all night, so.
Address anybody that you want to address as a group.
Tom Flack for giving us the venue, because the venue was key to success of the whole night.
Absolutely.
I think anyway, like someone like Tom Taff, like Jim Hickey, Tom Flack, Nathan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone that came on the night, because absolutely the night wouldn't have been anything without the people that came along and contributed themselves, because the people sitting in the crowd themselves were contributing just as much as Jim himself and so on throughout the night. So thank you.
Hope we see you at the next event.
1, 2, 3.
Passion!
Oh, Jesus.
Don't you dare
That's
use
the
that.
cynical.